Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a break with Stephen, Mr. Stephen Shamus. Welcome back.
Good to see you, my friend. How's it going, Alex?
Every day is a good day. Every day above ground is a good day. Preparing my body and my for the life.
Right, got it. All right, so what do we got today, Alex?
We're going full Terrifics team episode. James Gunn announced he wants to do some terrific stuff. I'm a big fan. Hilarious enough the book got canceled, but now it's popping up and they're starting to climb, which fantastic. Good.
It's funny, like anytime he does something now, everyone's like, the whole world is watching, right?
If he sneezes, people are gonna be like, "Oh, did he say Alakazam? Isn't that a character in like the Golden Age?"
Funny.
And they start buying the books. Yeah.
It's funny, right? It's funny. Right?
Yeah.
So all right, so we're gonna deal with all the Terrifics today.
Yeah, we're gonna go down the line. Yep.
Got it. Okay. All right. What do we got first?
All right. Well, let's talk about the team, the Terrifics.
The team.
Yep.
So 2018, I think, is the iteration that he referred to in the tweet.
Mm-hmm.
Talk a little bit about this iteration of the Terrifics.
So this is a new team. This is a team that was, out of left field for DC. It was a Jeff Lemire story. Kind of wacky. It has Mr. Terrific, Phantom Girl, not the Legion Phantom Girl, but another one, Plastic Man, who is still my heart, and Metamorpho. And essentially, it's Mr. Terrific and Simon Stagg, who is a Metamorpho character. Simon Stagg pays Mr. Terrific to go into the negative zone, or the dark metal area, alternate reality, and Plastic Man is adverse to the effects, and they go to find Metamorpho, and they find this Phantom Girl there who essentially can phase through things, and they come out after the first issue, and the thing's over. Mr. Terrific's like, all right, we're not, see you later. I've done the thing you asked me to. Come to find out that they're actually connected by this dark metal world, that they can't be not next to each other. They have to be within a certain radius of each other. So when Mr. Terrific left, it kind of brought them all together, and they kind of pushed together. So very, very odd.
Why do you think James Gunn, not that you're in his head, but what is it about the Terrifics that you think, like when he did Suicide? Not Suicide. Oh yes, he did do Suicide Squad. When he did Guardians, it was an unusual choice at the time, but once you saw the film, it made sense based on his humor and the story and everything. Do you understand why the Terrifics was chosen? Or
I think you got some cool stuff, right? You got Plastic Man, who is hilarious, and we know.
By the way, when I was a kid and used to watch cartoons, I loved Plastic Man.
Plastic Man cartoon is one of my favorites of all time. Yeah, totally.
Yes, it was awesome.
It was great.
It was great.
It was really good. So you got comedy there. You got Mr. Terrific, Michael Holt, who is a great new character. Very strong character, a leader. And then you have Metamorpho and Phantom Girl, which aren't I wouldn't say Phantom Girl is probably like the seller here, but Metamorpho, again, a guy who can kind of make anything into himself. Same thing, like he's an adventurer and he's comedic. So you have this straight man in Michael Holt, who is like serious scientist superhero, and you have Metamorpho, who's like the guy who farts, and then Plastic Man, who scares people by turning into lampposts. So you got this really cool chemistry with these characters. And it's out of the blue. And so you're talking about something like Suicide Squad, where you don't really care if the characters are true to form. This is a great book to turn into a movie, because it doesn't matter if Metamorpho feels right, as long as you get the base down, people aren't going to complain. Not like a Superman.
Right. Okay. So the Terrifics #1, the iteration that he's posted, was April of 2018. There's only 7 9.8s. It's a $30 raw book now, and they're going up boom overnight. There's a silver foil. You definitely either sold this one too early or you forgot to buy this one for sure.
Never bought it.
Even though you were there. The silver foil Emerald City Comic-Con Convention Edition, 4 9.8s. It's a $50 raw book. You probably walked right by the table.
Absolutely.
Right? It's got a double vertical gatefold cover. Absolutely. Jeff Lemire story, Ivan Rice, and Joe Prado art, Ivan Rice cover. Oh, Jeff Lemire again. How about that?
Yeah.
Jeff Lemire.
We
He's,
got
he's
a
racking up.
new
He's
TV
racking up a
show
few
coming
things.
out with him. He's got
Yeah.
he's got what is it? Sweet Tooth season 2's on its way.
Yeah, we seem to talk about him quite a bit.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Okay. Mr. Do you want to address each one of these individually, or
yeah, let's do individual.
Mr. Terrific?
Yep.
All right,
yep.
Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, so next we'll talk about Mr. Terrific. Also, again, one of my favorite DC characters, especially from the Justice Society, Justice JSA runs in the 2000s. Michael Holt, who is the second Mr. Terrific. There was a Golden Age Mr. Terrific. Michael Holt is the second Mr. Terrific. He there's a great like call of him. He has an aptitude. He has a natural aptitude for having natural aptitudes. So essentially, he's a person that can like see like, oh, I understand how you are, do the pole vaulting. And all of a sudden he does it a couple times and now he's a master at pole vaulting. He sees someone doing, basketball and he sees it and he watches it and he understands it. Now he's a master at basketball. So he was an Olympic athlete, extremely smart. He has 4 PhDs. He's a very wholesome, smart guy. His wife and kid die in a car accident, and that kind of just changes him. And someone kind of understand the Spectre shows him the story of the original Terry Sloan, the original Mr. Terrific, and it gives him the idea to become the new Mr. Terrific. And you've seen him throughout. He's a tech wizard, he's athletic, and he's been around for a while, and people love him. Michael
Got it. And again, we're not 100% sure which iteration we're going to see, so we're going to kind of do our best here, right? All right, so Spectre number 54, June of 1997. There are 68 9.8s. A 9.8 recently sold for $635. They're going up and away.
Wow.
And $220 at 9.6. That means Raws are going to be in the $100-something range. Yeah.
Yeah.
Origin and first appearance of the new Mr. Terrific. That's why we're thinking this is going to be the right one.
Totally.
Michael Holt, John Ostrander story, Tom Mandrake art, Richard Corbin cover.
Fantastic cover.
Okay, we're going to take a little bit of a break with Alex. Go ahead, Alex. Pick of the week.
I want to talk about Mandalorian because I cannot stop talking about Star Wars.
Grogu.
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 Yes.
No.
I love that they introduced that was a plot device.
No.
It was a plot device, and then all of a sudden it's destroyed and gone. So maybe we'll see it in something in the future. But R5D4 ended up being a bigger character, like the droid in the show.
That was kind of funny.
Right? Yeah.
That was interesting.
He was the original droid from Star Wars that had a bad motivator, and we really haven't seen him since. And then all of a sudden, Mandalorian, here he is. So I just started looking up because R5D4 has been around and there's merchandise and toys, but I was wondering if they was going to pick up a price, and yeah, there is.
By the way, when are they going to release? Sorry to interrupt you. The IG-88 with the Grogu. When are they releasing that out?
I will buy that. Where's that Hot Toys? I'll buy a $500 Hot Toy with that.
By the way, those are coming.
I want it. Little Grogu put inside of it. Yes, maybe it's a wind
up.
The
Lego.
Toy.
They need the Lego. They need the Lego set. Right?
Oh my gosh, I would buy that in a heartbeat. I haven't bought a Lego in a long time, but I would buy it for that.
Oh my god, that thing is made for toy. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, it's Star Wars, right? Like something comes open and all of a sudden everybody's buying it. So like you look at the Disney store used to have these to do die-cast figures, and they're about $25. R5D4 $50 selling, sold just last week. Like these things are stuff is starting to get more expensive, and we know that when you see things in like the Mandalorian or other Marvel TV shows, as soon as it hits, the old stuff goes up quickly, and it's we're doing it. We're seeing it. It's crazy.
Got it. You're gonna see the IG-88 stuff, but you really need the one with the Grogu in it.
We go to IG-88 with the little Grogu. Yeah, I'd take that.
All right, what do you got next, Alex?
Phantom Girl.
Okay, so what do you want to say about her?
So Phantom Girl and the Terrifics is not the Phantom Girl from the Legion of Superheroes. Has been a character forever. The first appearance of the Phantom Girl from the Terrifics is in the Terrifics, but Phantom Girl, the name, the costume, the character has been around since Legion of Superheroes. So we can't talk about one without the other. And the Phantom Girl, Tanya Wazo has been in the Legion of Superheroes for a very long time, since actually Comics 276. It's been a while. So you know, is the Phantom Girl in the Terrifics eventually going to be the Phantom Girl that is going to be in the Legion of Superheroes? I don't think anybody really knows, but we have to talk about her.
Right,
Sure.
which iteration, right? We don't know the
Correct.
iterations yet.
Correct.
Right, okay. So Action Comics number 276, May of 1961. So it's a very, very old book, 60 years old. 1 9.6, 1 9.4, 2 9.2s, 9 9.0s, 7 8.5. So very, very tough. I mean, you're talking about a book that's 60 some odd years old. A 5.0 recently sold for 400. So really what you're going to look for, Alex, you're going to look for a 7. You're going to look for a 7.75 clean copy.
Nice
That's
cover.
what you're going to look for.
Yep.
Nice cover. Okay. First appearance of Brainiac 5, Sunboy, Phantom Girl, Triplicate Girl, Shrinking Violet, and Bouncing Boy. Oh, Bouncing Boy. Interesting one.
Yeah.
Robert Bernstein and Jerry Siegel stories. Wow. Siegel was still writing the stories back then. Wayne Boring and Jim Mooney art, Kurt Swan and Stan K cover. I did not know that Jerry Siegel worked on properties other than Superman.
Yeah. Yeah. And
you know that?
Kurt Swan and Jerry. No, I didn't.
I did not know that Jerry Siegel worked on other properties.
Had to get some money somehow. DC wasn't giving him any money.
I know. All right, what do we got next? My favorite, right?
Oh my gosh, Plastic Man, one of the best characters ever created. Thank you, Jack Cole.
It's hard to believe that the character never really appeared anywhere. I would say that's probably because it's difficult to portray the character on the screen.
Yeah.
But quite frankly, after Jurassic Park and Terminator and all the other films over the years, you would think at this point they could
try something. Yeah.
Plastic Man, right?
Yeah. I mean, they had a long animated CW and those special effects weren't great, but you know, this character it's literally a golden age character. It's been around forever, and like the best creators love him.
Got it. Yeah. Now, listen, I think it's going to be great. Okay. So we're going to talk again about the old iteration. We have no idea which iteration it's going to be. These books have always been expensive because Plastic Man has always been whatever. So we're going to talk about the Silver Age Plastic Man. House of Mystery number 160, July of 1966, 4 9.8s, 6 9.6s. Again, these are very old books. 13 9.4s, 14 9.2s, and then 25 9.0. So it isn't until 9.0 until you get to a good time. An 8.0 recently sold for $425. First Silver Age appearance of Plastic Man. Intro of Marco Xavier, Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
Jack Miller stories with Dave Wood, Joe Certa art with Jim Mooney cover and art. Those names don't ring a bell to me. Okay. Plastic Man number 1 is a book you should take a look at. November to December of 1966. Only 1 9.8, 13 9.6s. 14 9.4s, 24 9.2s, again, all low pop books. An 8.0 clean copy recently sold for $165. Very reasonable for a Plastic Man number 1 from 1966, by the way.
Totally. I mean, these books were not, I think that series only ran for like 6-7 issues or something. And it's interesting to know that this House of Mystery, this iteration of Plastic Man, it was Dial H for Hero, Robbie Robertson, who dialed and then became Plastic Man. And that's the first time we see him, which is also very funny. Very funny.
Gordon K. Trueblood. Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. What are we closing with today, Alex?
Last but not least, Metamorpho.
All right. So let's explain this character. Again, we don't know which iteration we're going to see, but explain this character.
Yeah. I mean, mostly all the Metamorpho. I mean, it could be Lady Metamorpho. That'd be cool. But Rex Mason, who is an adventurer, got hired by Stagg Enterprises by Simon Stagg, the CEO, rich guy. And when he was trying to find this artifact at the Orb of Ra, Simon Stagg figured out that Rex Mason was having a relationship with his daughter. So Simon Stagg tells his bodyguard Java to kill him. And what Java does is he pushes him into the Orb of Ra and it transforms him into Metamorpho. And Metamorpho can kind of do anything he wants. He can transmute his body into gas, solid, liquid, any kind of alloy known to man he can turn into.
Got it. Okay, cool. So Brave and the Bold number 5, December of 64 to January of 65. I guess it's a bi-monthly. 3 9.8s, 8 9.6s, 15 9.4s, 17 9.2s. Again, very low pop. An 8.0 recently sold for $525. So you're looking for a clean copy, 8.0 and above. Origin and first appearance of Metamorpho, first appearance of Sapphire Stagg. Simon Stagg and Java, Bob Haney
Yep.
story, Ramon Fradon cover and art. And then the last one to take a look at is Metamorpho #1, July to August of 1965. Again, a very low pop book, 1 9.8, 3 9.6s,
Wow.
9 9.4s, 8 9.2s, whatever. A 7.5 recently sold for $100. So, you know,
That's not bad.
88590. Yeah, 88590. You can get a really nice copy. Bob Haney story, Ramona Fradon, and Charles Paris cover and art. So so that does it for today.
That show was terrific.
You're clever. You're clever. So we appreciate you joining us. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the field below. Otherwise, we will see you next week, same bat time.
Same bat channel.